Imagine a president who refused a chauffeur, slashed his own salary, and planted trees to fight poverty. This is not a fairy tale, it's the real story of Thomas Sankara, the revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso. Africa's history is filled with such extraordinary figures, yet their stories are often overlooked. Today, we bring them into the spotlight. In 1983, Thomas Sankara took power in a bloodless coup and immediately began transforming his country. He renamed it Burkina Faso, meaning land of upright people, and launched one of the most radical social experiments in history. He vaccinated millions, built schools, and empowered women. But his most shocking act was refusing foreign aid. Sankara believed Africa could stand on its own. He drove the cheapest car in the government fleet and forced officials to do the same. His policies lifted millions out of poverty, but they also made him enemies. On October 15, 1987, he was assassinated in a coup orchestrated by his closest ally. His legacy, however, lives on. Across Africa, young activists wave his image at protests, demanding change. Then there's Nelson Mandela, a name known worldwide. But few know the full extent of his sacrifice. Locked in a tiny cell on Robben Island for 27 years, he endured brutal conditions. Yet, he turned prison into a university, teaching fellow inmates law and history. When he finally walked free in 1990, he faced a choice: seek revenge or unite a broken nation. He chose forgiveness, preventing a civil war and becoming South Africa's first black president. But Mandela's story wasn't always celebrated. The US and UK labeled him a terrorist until the day he was released. Wangari Maathai, the first African woman to win a Nobel Peace Prize, fought a different battle. She saw how deforestation devastated Kenya's women, leaving them without firewood or clean water. In 1977, she started the Green Belt movement, planting trees to restore the land. Her critics called her crazy, but she planted over 45 million trees and empowered 30,000 women. Her work inspired the Great Green War, a massive project to combat desertification across Africa. Haile Selassie, the Emperor of Ethiopia, stood alone against Mussolini's invasion in 1936. Though briefly exiled, he returned to lead Ethiopia to victory. He later founded the Organization of African Unity, a precursor to the African Union. But his reign wasn't without darkness. Critics say he ignored Ethiopia's poverty while living in luxury. Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's first president, dreamed of a united Africa. He led Ghana to independence in 1957 and championed Pan-Africanism. But his authoritarian turn led to his downfall. Abebe Bikila, the barefoot marathoner, stunned the world by winning gold in Rome without shoes. His victory shattered stereotypes and inspired generations of African athletes. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Liberia's Iron Lady, became Africa's first elected female president. A trained economist, she rebuilt a nation shattered by civil war. These heroes were flawed, human, and utterly extraordinary. Their stories challenge us to rethink history and imagine a better future.